Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I am Gift. I am a paper crafter who loves making crafts from recycled materials. Down to Earth Paper is my brand, and it's where I share my paper crafts and my journey with you. Thank you for being here. In the background, I will be making this little notepad from scrap paper. Meanwhile, I'll tell you my story of how I got here. From Thailand to Washington State, from working in hospitality to the website industry, and finally to running my handmade business. I was born in 1991 in Thailand. Since I was young, I had dreamt of living abroad. I studied airline business management at a Thai university, became a passenger service agent, and worked for Lufthansa for 2 years. Thanks to the benefit of cheap tickets, I got to travel quite a bit. But my health started to suffer from the cheap work, so I quit my job. My next adventure was going to Australia on a work and holiday visa and working as kitchen staff for a year. Then I applied for a US student visa and came to Washington in 2018. At that time, I studied global business in the University of Washington's certificate program. During my internship, I worked at a Lowe's grocery store in Seattle where people brought their containers to buy staple goods like rice, flour, and coffee beans. That's when I fully experienced Lowe's living and developed a passion for it. While working there as a salesperson, I got to help with the store's website, and that's how I became interested in website development. I decided to continue my education in this area at Seattle Central College right at the start of COVID. I met Andrew, my husband, at the end of 2020, and I was beyond happy. I get to live in the place I love with the person I love. It's a dream come true. After graduating from college, I became a freelance WordPress web developer. At first, I solely provided web development and maintenance services. After a few years in my career, I attempted to teach what I knew by creating and sharing content. I didn't want to rely only on client work to make a living. I wanted to monetize my knowledge by selling digital products or courses too. The reality hit me when I started making content about WordPress for DIY users. In case you don't know, WordPress is website building software. It's an open source tool that's super versatile and highly affordable. That's what makes WordPress wonderful and powerful. At the same time, it requires solid technical knowledge to run a successful website, especially a complex one. You can build anything from a simple one-page site to a super complex enterprise website that serves multiple needs or integrates with multiple tools. The technicality of the platform, although I managed to tackle or work around it most of the time, always felt like my nose was just an inch above water. I was proud every time I fixed a bug, but I didn't enjoy the process. Nor did I want to dive deep into the fundamentals of websites and networks to truly understand the problems. It's impossible not to touch on technical topics or website fundamentals when teaching WordPress, because that's the root of the whole ecosystem. Without solid technical knowledge or the willingness to dig deep, WordPress isn't really the answer. The more I tried to simplify WordPress technicalities to create content, the more I realized my knowledge was shallow and scattered. Learning from online courses, my mentors, and applying that knowledge to my projects helped me understand WordPress more. But there was still massive resistance. Whenever I researched and wrote about a topic, I was full of doubts and kept fact checking everything. It drained both my physical and mental energy. It took enormous effort just to create a piece of content that I felt confident enough to share. What's worse, I only felt pressure, no joy in the process. After a year of effort and no meaningful results, I took a little break and I picked up a hobby that allowed me to build something physical, be more hands on, and cut down on screen time. I came across a YouTube video where someone made paper from scrap paper and turned it into a book. It looked so simple, affordable, and fun, so I gave it a try. After making my first batch of paper and binding it into a journal, I felt excited and energized again. At the same time, I felt relaxed and fulfilled, feelings I rarely had when making content about WordPress. I was creating things. I got my hands dirty, ideas pop into my head at night, I shared my creations online and started building momentum. It felt right. Compared to working on WordPress content, I enjoy paper crafting so much more. I still love WordPress work, but only when I design and build my projects. My website, online store, and everything in between are the result of my love for website development that's still alive. I still have a lot of paper content I want to show on the website. It's a work in progress. What I love most about paper crafting is that I am blessed with abundant raw materials, especially recycled paper. Andrew, my husband, has a ton of old bills and bank statements in storage, dating back more than 10 years, that he never cleared out. I don't have to outsource or pay for paper, at least not anytime soon. Recycled fabric for book covers is another abundant and affordable resource. I started by using materials I had at home, like old, unused bed sheets, pillowcases, and jeans. Then I started going to Goodwill to find used jeans of different colors. And you know how Goodwills are. They're overloaded with secondhand clothes. Since my passion is to live sustainably, using existing or recycled materials for my crafts fits perfectly. Not only does it make my home lighter, but it also keeps my product lowest and helps reduce landfill waste. What started as a hobby quickly became a full-time focus. I started paper making and bookbinding in January 2025. In February, I signed up for my first craft show with no inventory, built my website and online store, and started sharing content about my crafts. In March, I went to my first craft show, took tons of notes to improve, and started making free pocketbooks for friends so they could test my products and give feedback. In early April, I went to my second craft show and started seeing trends and opportunities for improving my products and marketing. I also launched my online store with a big 35% discount. You heard me right, 35% discount. I signed up for more markets and started promoting my products more intensively. Paper crafting has helped me rebalance my life and taught me mindfulness. When I work with my hands, my creativity flourishes, my excitement grows, and I feel a deep sense of fulfillment and meaning. I adore every single book I make because it's the result of love, attention to detail, and patience. And I know that I'm not alone. That's why I'm here sharing my paper crafting journey with you. If you're interested in my products, first of all, thank you for sourcing thoughtful gifts and supporting those who make them. Right now, as I mentioned, I'm offering a 35% discount on any books you buy from my website. And if you don't find exactly what you want in my store, you can pre-order a custom book with a 40% discount. These are massive deals because I just launched my shop. It's also Earth Month, and I want to make it easy for you to try my products and share your feedback. My main products are A6 pocketbooks. Think about the size of your hand, and A7 micro pocketbooks, like about half the size of your hand. You can use them for journaling, capturing ideas, brain dumping, or even painting. These handmade pocketbooks make awesome gifts for yourself, your loved ones, clients, or anyone you want to impress with thoughtful, eco-friendly products. Go to my website, it's downtoearthpaper.com, downtoearthpaper.com, and you'll find everything there. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I love these handmade activities, and I really enjoy sharing my background story with you. I hope this video helps us connect more. Take a moment to comment below and tell me where you're from and a little bit about your background. I'd love to learn more about you too. Until next time, bye.